spines, continuing our series for Spine Week. So we can spend many hours in our car over the week. So we're going to have a look at a few little postural changes that we can make that can really help our back out later on. So Iris is going to go through how we can adjust our seat.
Yes, one of the things that I always make sure that my patients be aware of is how their car seats are if they have a really bad back, because we spend a lot of times in the car actually. So one of the first things we need to look at is where the knee is in comparison to the hips. A lot of times, a lot of cars are designed to have the knees higher than the hips like that. So we don't realize it, but we're actually sitting in this position. So what we want to do is we want to get the knees and the hip either in the same height or the knees lower than the hips. Few things we can do to achieve this is there should be a lever at the right side of your car seat, depending on your car design, that should be able to lift up a little bit of that back right here. So I'm just going to use this, for example. So this is really high, but ideally, see how that goes higher than the knees?
One of the benefits here is that this then puts Iris's knee just in a small amount of flexion. So there's just a small amount of bend, which is also beneficial for our backs. We're not having to reach out to get to the pedals, which is really handy. In terms of where we want to be positioned with the steering wheel, we'll grab our makeshift steering wheel. We want to make sure our shoulders are touching the back of the chair, and with our arms straight, you should be able to just get your wrist touching the steering wheel there. What that means is if Iris holds onto the steering wheel here, she's just got a light bend in her elbows. This allows her shoulders to sit back and down nicely. She'll also think about tucking her chin in slightly so that there's only a few centimeters of space between the back of her head and the seat rest behind her. So hopefully some of these tips can help you make some small changes to how your car is up, which will also help out your back.
Yeah, so make sure that your elbows aren't bent or too straight, and that your hips are at least a little bit higher than your knees.